Broadcasting live from the Jersey Shore, it's Coach Kev on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Damage 365 Radio. This is a special exclusive episode number 30. Today we will discuss with head man of ESS Promotions, Eric Sims, the pros and cons of using sports agents in the wrestling company, specifically in independent wrestling, and we'll get the full background of why it's beneficial to not only agents, wrestlers, and maybe the wrestling companies. Everything. I will throw some scenarios out there for Eric, and basically what we want to see here is the people who are out there complaining about sports agents. They had their platform, they were out there saying what they had to say, they had their opinions, and now Eric, who is a professional licensed agent with ESS Promotions, he is going to tell us why agents are a good thing for the wrestling business. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll bring him in momentarily. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to welcome in the head man of ESS Promotions, Mr. Eric Sims. Eric, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be on the show. I've always wanted to be on Damage 365. It seems like it's a hot show to do these days, and thank you for allowing me to come on and have a platform.
I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. We've had some of your clients, most recently Val Venus, on the show, and he did a hell of a job, and he enjoyed it, and I appreciate that, because without you, I would not be able to talk to Mr. Val Venus. So I don't want to say that I'm pro-agents right off the bat in the opening minutes of the show, but that's what we're here to do. I'm going to throw a scenario out there for you, and I want you to not so much contradict what I'm saying, but I want you to come at me from your point of view, kind of counteracting what I'm saying. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, we're going to name a wrestler, Wrestler X, okay? He's wanted to wrestle and appear for a wrestling company. We're not going to name any names. We're just using generics, okay? The company contacts the agent, you, and you contact Wrestler X. Wrestler X wants a round ballpark figure, $1,200 plus round-trip airfare to appear at that wrestling company, okay? We all know agents get their cut. They're more than entitled to it for doing the jobs that they do. Okay, my understanding is it could be anywhere from 10 to 30%. So we just threw a ballpark figure out there, and we said, all right, the agent goes back to the wrestling league, the wrestling federation, and says, okay, Wrestler X will appear for $1,800. $1,200 obviously goes to the wrestler. You have your airfare included and the cut for the agent. Okay? Now, that's one scenario. Now, without the agent, Wrestler X has wanted to wrestle. He's contacted directly from the wrestling company. He says, I want $1,200 and airfare. The federation agrees, gives him $1,500, which covers his $1,200 appearance fee and his $300 round-trip airfare. Now, the Wrestling Federation saves $300. Roundabout now, that $300 can be used to pay 6 other independent wrestlers for that show, where if an agent was used, you might have to cut guys because now you don't have that $300 to play with. My question to you, I gave a couple of scenarios. I want you to tell me why it is beneficial for an agent to represent Wrestler X for that wrestling show.
Well, if the promoter's coming to an agent, I'll say it's me because I'm dealing with it, but any agent, there's a lot of reputable agents out there. It's, most of the time it's either they're looking to get a better deal on it than when they call the wrestler themselves. Sometimes they get more money or whatever. Or they're looking, to cut expenses here and there. Personally, when I bring somebody in, I try to do what I call my working weekends together, which is bringing them to a wrestling show, set up a shoot interview, set up autograph sessions around different collectible stores or whoever wants to do it. And that saves money. Now, there's a big misconception where if I'm with the wrestler, I generally, and if it's in my local area, I generally don't charge booking fees.
Okay.
I won't charge, the exorbitant, the 10 or 20% that, outside of my area, because I work on the back end, pictures and Polaroid. That's the gimmick money, which I'll usually split with the wrestler. Then, if the promoter does a good job and has a good house, I could, it turns out to be good. If he has a bad house, I make less. It's a gamble. It's 50-50 gamble.
Right.
But that's what I do. And if I have a solid relationship with the wrestling promoter who I've done business with in the past, I'm not gonna charge that booking fee, because I get a lot of work from him, and he's gonna keep supplying me with work. And they're looking for the best price possible. Now, keep in mind, going in, a lot of the reputable, smart promoters know pricing already, or have an idea of what a guy gets. If a guy gets $1,000, he knows a guy. I can't charge him $1,500, but he knows a guy gets $1,000.
Right.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So he's gonna have to pay the $1,000. If I double him up, come in at $750, $800. So he's saving money if he runs a double shot, and then he'll save even more money off the expense. Like I'll take the hotel cost off of him, or whatever, for. If I do as my outsourcing to get anywhere, to get extra work for the talent, make work for myself, and such. So that's basically how I do it. And in the end, everybody's saving money and everybody's making money. It has the potential to make money if everybody does the proper work. The rest is guaranteed money. The promoter, if he does his homework and does his work, if he has a good house, has tremendous gate money, makes a lot of money off the gate, if he's smart. The sponsors of the autograph stores, if they got a good following, if it's the right talent, they can draw well, they'll make their money off the autograph signing, and, I'll make my money, where I can make my money. You gotta remember, it's a business that we're dealing in. The wrestler, the wrestler's making their money. The promoter and the sponsors have the opportunity to make their money if they do their work right. And hey, and Ed brokered the deal, or the agent brokered the deal. They're entitled to make their end too, however they choose to make their end. Now, obviously, the promoter can do it themselves and just bring the talent for one booking or whatever. But hey, guys like to work and keep busy throughout the weekend. So. It is what it is.
Okay. This past weekend, I actually had the privilege to speak to two individual large market wrestlers. I don't want to name any names. You probably know who they are because they were local. And I actually spoke to them, and I said, do they have, do they deal with wrestling promoters? Both of them said yes. And I said, do you feel that it's beneficial for you to use promoters? They also said yes. And I said, what exactly, why? And they said they don't have to deal with the wrestling promoter, the owners, any gimmick organizers, and all fan interaction is organized. It's handled by the agent. And I even went as far as asking them, when you share up to 50% of your gimmick money, I said, do you feel that that's sufficient? And they both nodded yes, that they felt that's sufficient. The agents take.
Let me explain some stuff. Let me explain. There's a lot that you don't see. Everybody sees the finished product.
Right.
The agent showing up with the talent. You don't know what happens before we get there, or what we have to do to get, in order to show up so that, everything gets taken care of. We take all the guesswork out. We handle all the BS stuff, all the bullshit. Any problems that arise, it falls on the agent. Okay, the promotion is paying us or entrusting themselves in the agent to make sure that the talent shows up. And
Right.
we take that very seriously. For the most part, the talent's good. I'd like to run through a day in the life of ESS, just so you get an idea of what goes on in my world, or any agent's world, or anybody that does the works the road instead of just books and sends guys out. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here's how my day works, and we're talking show day. First is an airport run if the guys are flying. I gotta go to the airport. Hopefully, I put him on an early enough flight. He gets in with enough time to get a bite to eat, go to the hotel, rest, get ready for the night show. What happens if the weather's bad or there's delays? Then so an afternoon. So a guy's supposed to come in at 2:00, now comes in at 5:00. We're getting closer to show. We're getting closer to showtime. It's a little tighter squeeze.
Okay.
What happens if the weather's really bad and the plane don't land till 7, 8 o'clock when the show starts? Now we're in panic mode because we got to get to the town, and who knows how far the town is.
Right.
Now I got to worry when the talent gets off the plane, whether it's delayed or not or whatever, to move to the talent. I don't know if he had a fight with the wife, the girlfriend, or whatever, or the flight couldn't give him enough alcohol, or whatever the issue is. I got to feed off the talent's energy.
Okay.
So I got to figure that out. And, I got to see what their needs are. They need to get something to eat. And, I got to take care of the talent's needs, whatever that is. They want to go to the hotel and get a towel. If I didn't bring one already, or if I didn't get the guy check in and get a towel, or whatever. These little nuances. If a guy likes to have beer, maybe I'll have a 6-pack of beer in the car waiting for him, so we don't have to go to the liquor store at night. There's different things that need to get done. So when they get in, they already know the right to it, but they want to hear it again. So I got to go over all the little details and make sure everything works. Then I pick them up from the hotel, or we're going straight to the building, however it works. And then we do the business. We get there. I got to get the merchandise table set up with the pictures and Polaroid. Then they got to wait. They got to wait for the doors open up. Hopefully there's enough fans come in so that we can do our gimmick sales or whatever. Then the wrestler has to deal with whoever he's wrestling to make sure the match is right. And if there's a problem with the match, then either the promoter or the talent comes to me, and I got to deal with the promotion to make sure things are right. I mean, it's the way it works.
Okay.
Most of the time everybody's cool and it works out, but there's a few times that it's not. Then, after we're done with the show, I take them out. We got to go out to dinner, get back to the hotel, make sure they get up the next morning so we can start our day. I got to make sure my car is in good shape. You get these people to pick these people up in jalopies, or like the air conditioning doesn't work, or it's chugging along. You got to these little things you got to take care of. I mean, my car's in the shop like once a month, just getting maintenance on them. God forbid the car breaks down, I don't make the town. Everybody's screwed.
Cool.
So it's there's a lot of hidden things that are people don't see that we take care of.
Well, I would imagine the people that are within wrestling know what you do on a daily basis, the day of shows and having to pick up talent. I think right now, here's the problem right now that I see, because I can sit here and say, I kind of agree with both sides. I can say, all right, I can agree with the wrestling company not wanting to deal with agents because they want to save some money. I can see wrestlers wanting to use.
The agents really save. The agents really save the promoters money, not cost them money. If it's done the right way.
Okay.
We really save the promoters money, because the promoters are coming at us with, we only want to pay this. No, if they only pay this, but the wrestler gets that. They want to pay X, but the wrestler gets Y. Now that puts me in a bind, because now how do I go to the wrestler and say, hey, could you take less money, because they don't want to pay you, what you feel you're worth. Now, okay, so I got to make it work. which goes into the outsourcing. So now I got to go to my, all my outsourcing, my collectible stores, or what, my sponsors, and say, hey, let's do some signing. You want to take this guy for signing? It's going to cost you this. Then they come back and tell me, well, I can do this. Well, okay, fine. So with that price, the talent has to get paid. I got to take an expense off the promoter, and I got to put a little something in my pocket because I got to do worth my time as just as much. And nobody's getting rich here. I mean, we're getting by. We're not getting rich off it. I mean, it's just a little something to do so that the wrestler doesn't have to sit in his hotel room all day waiting to go to matches. It's just
I totally understand that.
Courtesy. You go to business, we're all making money at it and saving money. It's still a lot of promotions don't do that. A lot of coaches now are using my platform and doing the outsourcing themselves.
Right.
Driving a collectible store, which is my platform, which I started a long time ago, and people see it works, and then they want to try to do what I do. Well, listen, it's okay. The enterprise in the marketplace, I'm glad people are using my platform. They don't do it as good as I do it, but, again, it's being done, and, nothing you can do about it.
I mean, it makes sense for, even if an agent brings in a wrestler and, say, does a weekend show, a Friday and Saturday, and like absolutely nails the whole gimmick table and just, goes crazy. They do unbelievable money. Still, I mean, even go to a collectible store that Saturday afternoon. Even though you had a great Friday, there's nothing wrong with making extra money on your part and the wrestler's part. They got to feel it's worth their while too.
We work very hard. Or at least I work. I work very hard. I mean, I'm at home. I put my itineraries together. I conduct this like a business, like a legitimate business. I have an expense sheet that I go through every week. Okay, so I'm gonna run this by you, or everybody, so you sort of get a kind of an idea of what's going on. Okay. These are the basic expenses that I see that involve what I do and what everybody does. What the wrestling business is. Okay. You have hotel and airline costs. Now that's either picked up through the promotion, the outsourcing, or whatever. Somehow, that gets, or I covered. It depends on how the deal is brokered. Okay, that's two basic things. Then you have gas and tolls. If I'm driving my car, you got to put gas in the car. To fill my car up from bottom to top, it could be anywhere, depending on what state I'm in or what area of New Jersey I'm in, because that's where I'm based out of.
Right.
Anywhere between $35 to $50, or $45 to $50. So it gets kind of expensive. Every time I have to go from New Jersey to New York, especially Queens, New York, where I have to go over 2 bridges or 3 bridges, because, the one bridge I get charged twice, that's just between gas and the tolls, that's $50 alone, just going there. So there's expenses.
Of course.
If they're going to mail stuff out to my clients, itineraries and this and that, there's mailing. You go to the post office, you figure out how much it costs you to mail, a package. Now, and it's just not putting a 46-cent stamp on an envelope and mailing it out in a regular envelope. I mean, we send priority mail stuff, overnight stuff. I mean, stuff costs money. So there's a hidden expense.
Right.
Now you got the Polaroid film. Okay, I got to buy a Polaroid camera, which they don't have anymore. They have the Fuji Instax camera. So that's a $50 camera. It costs $50 or so, and you got to get that at the specialty stores. And then you buy the Polaroid film or the Instax film now, what they call it. That's another $20 per double pack. You eat. A lot of times nobody wants to put their hand in their pocket for food to eat after the show. Sometimes the talent pays or pays their own way, or sometimes it lays in the agent's hand. They pick up the money. There has to be money coming in from somewhere in order to bring it out.
Okay.
You got a car you drive. You got to maintain your car. Every time I go to the dealership or wherever, it costs money to have the car maintained. A couple $100, depending on what needs to get done. then you got miscellaneous costs that nobody knows about, such as you want to get a car wash. You got to keep the car looking clean for your clients. You got to get ink for your printer. Things like that. I mean, those are hidden expenses.
Well, you also got the expense of time is money.
You have a cell phone. Okay.
Yep.
It costs money to operate a cell phone.
True.
It's a business expense. If you're dealing with this, it's a business expense.
Yeah.
You got to pay a monthly fee to have your cell phone. So you kind of understand that there's a lot that goes into this without it's just not getting rich or taking people's money. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with that.
I agree with you there. I mean, and you also have what people like to say is time is money. When you're sitting at home in front of your computer and you're hitting social media and you're advertising for the appearances of these wrestlers, and that's time you're spending away from your family.
Not only am I doing that, but while I'm taking time to run my business, I'm taking time away from my family.
Yep.
Who need to want my attention just as much because whatever. So I'm taking valuable time away from that, and so I got to justify it. There's an end to the means. I got to justify what I'm doing, by what I make.
Right.
So there's a lot that goes into it.
Look, I agree with you there. Look, it's a profession. It's not something that's made up. I think what I feel the problem is just there's too many people. Specifically people on radio shows, internet chatter, people just overly opinionated about things, and they keep forgetting that it's an opinion. Okay? They're not the wrestler. They're not the one using the agent. They're not the agent. So their opinion really doesn't mean anything. Okay? Now, if they feel that if they're getting the shaft because someone's using an agent, then you know what? Then you need to do a little bit more research and figure out that your opinion doesn't really hold water. In a perfect world, we would love to have all the prices that we request and have everything picture perfect. Okay?
I do everything in my power to satisfy my clients, but you can remember, I'm the middleman. So I got to keep the wrestling talent happy, and I got to keep my sponsors, the wrestling promoters, the collectible stores, the shoot video people, the restaurants, the whoever wants to throw money my way for me to bring a talent to their place of business. If I rip people off or whatever, they're not going to do business with me in the future. My business depends on repeat business. I need repeat business. So I need to be in good standing with everybody, and if I screw people over, then I'm going to be out of business soon. So, and considering that I'm in my 29th year of being in the wrestling business and doing the agent stuff for close to 15 plus years already, I must be doing something right.
No, I agree, and and we're in a time and day of people struggling to get jobs at all ages, and you got all these people out there who are bashing agents. So, what do you want to do?
Take a look at this. Say for instance, I get double booked. I have wrestler A for one promotion, wrestler B for another promotion. Okay, I can't be in two places at one time. Now I have to hire an employee or somebody to cover me in one of the places that I'm not. That costs money. That's money out of my pocket.
Okay.
I have to pay an employee, or an independent contractor that wants to help me out for LA. Now, people don't work for cheap either. They got gas and tolls for their car and this and whatever. So they're going to be taken care of. In some way or form, they have to be taken care of. Because if I don't take care of them properly or right, then they won't come back to work for me anymore. Or say I am in one building with three different talents.
Exactly.
I can't handle three talents at one time. That's very, very challenging to do that. So now I got to hire help to come in and help me. So I got to throw them, a couple dollars just to help me out. Hey, that's an extra couple dollars out of my pocket. But hey, it's a hidden business expense that I have to incur in order to run my business the way I feel I need my business to run. And remember, it's a business. Most people look at it, don't conduct it as a business. They're fans, they're marks, they're just happy to be around a wrestler. I love the business and I love the boys, but it's a business. I'm here to make money, and so are they. They're there to make money, and so am I.
I mean, yeah, it is a business. I mean, it's a profession. You're a sports agent. You just have
I want to give you an example of something of a problem that I ran into a couple of years ago, and I'll tell you how I resolved the problem or whatever. And this is the job. This is pretty much the job of an agent, and I sort of got lucky on this. So I'm gonna tell this little story right now.
Okay.
I was working for the NWS promotion. That's the old Joe Panzerino, Gino Moore promotion. That couple of years ago. We were up in what was the town? Carteret, New Jersey. I had Eugene booked. Everybody knows Nick Dinsmore wrestles as Eugene.
Right.
And he's now back in the WWE as a trainer. So I had him come down. He lives in a small market city. No, he flies out of a small market city, and he had to connect. Now the connection, there was a bad weather storm up in the connection city. He didn't make it in. He didn't get in until 11 o'clock at night. The show was over. Now I'm on the hook for a talent. I got to save face with the promotion, because of an act of God or whatever, that my talent that I had wasn't appearing there. Now, luckily, another promotion was in town running, not too far away. It had Scotty Turani working the show.
Okay.
So in panic mode or whatever, which is, I can't have the promotion sweat that out, even though they were. I have to deal with the problem. So like I called Scotty, hey, can you do it? Yeah, he agreed to do it. Then I had to call the promotion and say, hey, listen, I'm stuck here, and now here's another problem. The two promoters, NWS and ECPW, Gina Caruso, they didn't like each other or whatever. There's issues there because everybody hates everybody in New Jersey. Every promoter hates every other promoter in New Jersey. It is what it is. I don't want to mention names or whatever, but it is what it is. But I'm the middle guy, so I got to make it work. So hey, can you do a favor for me? Can you make it work? Can we make it work where you get on early, like you like close there, or whatever your needs are. Let me let's work it out. I'll take an expense off of you or something. I'll cover whatever. So since I have a good relationship with Caruso and also a good relationship with Panzerino, it worked out. I made it work with Scotty. Did the double shot and saved the day. He showed up as a surprise at the show. Things like that, that's what an agent has to do. Make it work.
Well, I mean, that was quick thinking on your part. Most people probably would have took the hit and sent them home.
No, just keep in mind, just the sun, the moon, and the stars are allowing for that. Just happened that he was in town, and I got lucky there. If we had nobody in town, then we call them like the local Jersey legends to come save the day. But there's somebody in town. So I was able to make it work. And that's the job of an agent. Make it work.
Well, I mean,
take the problems away from the promoter or the talent. The promoters are busy enough promoting a goddamn town. They can send the driver to the airport, pick up the talent, and feed them, whatever. But they still got to, if it's a legitimate promoter, you still got to give the guy gas money or throw the guy a little something. I know a lot of people want people to do stuff for nothing, just hey, pay your dues or this or that. But I think that's bullshit. I think people should pay the dues, but you provide a service, you get paid for your service. Nobody works for free. I don't work for free. You don't work for free, and neither should they. So that's the way I look at things. You perform a service for somebody, you're entitled to get paid, whether it's $5, $25, or $100. And the person you do a favor for or work for has to show their appreciation to you in a financial form.
I agree with you there.
Nobody, anybody that works for me gets paid. whether it's $5, $25, $50, whatever I feel that the service is worth, that's what they get paid.
Yeah. I mean, people have to understand. Again, I'll get back to that. You're a sports agent. You just focus your concentration on wrestling. People spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to school to become agents, whether it's sports, entertainment, whatever field they're in. Okay, this is a legit profession, so it's not a fly-by-day thing that people do just to rip people off. I mean, this is legit.
And all the agents follow my lead, okay, because I've been doing this, I've been around for so long that now these new crop of people that are coming around doing it follow my model, what I do. They try to be ESS. And, good luck to them, and good for them, and so I trained a couple of them, and listen, I got to pass the torch somewhere, whatever. Sometimes, competition is competition, free enterprise in the marketplace, as much as I or anybody else doesn't like it. It's there, and you're entitled to make a living and make UA, and, good luck, good luck with that.
I mean, it's funny because people want to complain. People want to complain about you and doing this for a living. Well, doing this, I'm sure this is a secondary income for you. But I mean, thank God Scott Boras isn't in wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a big time sports agent. I mean, I just specialize in professional wrestling. I don't really delve into anything else. I mean, my niche is wrestling. I know my role, I know my spot, and that's what I concentrate on. And I'm lucky enough that I've been around close to 30 years doing this. I'm lucky and blessed that the wrestlers, at least most of them, or some of them, like me, want to do business with me, and like my platform and like how I do things, that they want to keep coming back to work for me or whatever. The bad part is they call and say, Eric, you get me work, and I wish I could get them more work than I already get them. I wish my goal is, I want to be all over the country. I'm here in Jersey with my crew. I get someone in Detroit working, somewhere in Ohio working, somewhere out west working, and just make it work. Money's coming in, money's going out, and everybody's making money and doing their thing. I mean, that's my goal, is to, I want to make this as big as I possibly can, even though, I'm small and localized, I have a big network. I want to be bigger than I want to get to be bigger than it is right now. And it's, we're trying to figure out how to make that work. It's kind of hard when everybody has their own agendas and stuff. But we'll make it work. I got a good crew of people that I work with, and good crew of promoters locally and out of state. And I'm blessed to have those type of relationships.
Anybody just got to see the movie Jerry Maguire. I mean, that alone, just see what an agent goes through and the relationship that they have with the people that they work with.
I have some simple rules for my talent. I have 4 off the top of my head. 1, show up.
Yeah.
2, be in a condition ready to work, whether it's sign autographs or get in the ring and wrestle. Just be in a condition ready to work. 2, what's asked of you within reason. Nobody's going to ask you to do something. Well, they'll try to ask retarded stuff, but within reason, do what's asked of you within reason, and sure, to work around the little nuances. And the last one, don't be a discipline problem. I mean, I hate people. People. People can be troublemakers or whatever. They don't come back. You give me a problem, you don't come back. Or I have to really think twice about bringing you back.
And please don't wrestle. Please don't wrestle in your pajamas either.
Well, unless that's your gimmick.
That's for a whole nother show.
That's a whole other show.
All right.
I can work around it. I can work around anything else. I mean, it's
All right. Well, we got about.
I've been with the Iron Sheik for 25 years plus. So I've been put to the ringer with him. There's a lot, and that's a whole other show too. So there's a lot of pros and cons with him too. But I mean, it's every day I deal with a town, and each town is a learning experience. So what makes them pick, what doesn't make them pick, and you just got to know. You just go with it.
All right, we got about 10 minutes left. I got to go to a commercial break. We'll be back in about 45 seconds with Eric Sims. We're going to hit up the Scott Epstein story and Evan Ginsberg, two very, very popular wrestling agents, especially in the state of New Jersey. So we'll be back in about 45 seconds.
Esposito's Pizza and Pasta. Over a decade of excellent dining experience. Dine in, take out, or free delivery. We feature over 25 different types of pizza pies, and also will create anything you want. Our sauces are made fresh daily and use only the freshest ingredients. We also have good old-fashioned style entrees, cooked like your mom used to make. From wraps, calzones, rolls, and pasta specials galore to calamari and soups, all in a cozy atmosphere. Call today or stop on in.
Hello, ladies. The Big Valboski here, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Stars burning bright with a love lost and found. I'm here, still here.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with Eric Sims of ESS Promotions. I wanted to hit on the late Scott Epstein and also a recent friend of mine, a recent good friend of mine, Evan Ginsberg. Two names that are very much known throughout the business of wrestling, sports side, entertainment side, business side. Both of these gentlemen were very, very truly respected. Every New Jersey Wrestling League has used one of these gentlemen at some point. A memorial show was made for the late Scott Epstein, and it kind of came off a little bit hypocritical because a lot of the people complaining about wrestling agents were the ones involved in putting together this memorial show. And it kind of came off is that they used kind of the passing of Scott Epstein as a way to make money and exposing their brand. And to me, it was kind of disgusting. And I kind of want to get your opinion. We're not going to name names. We're not going to name company names. But you know the situation. Like, to me, that came off kind of like tacky.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, the promotion, you know, gave the gate to the family. As far as I know, I wasn't there. I'm not involved. I'm not involved with the promotion. But for what the news I got, you know, that they gave the money to them.
Right.
Now with all this coming out, after the fact, it's Scott Epstein was who's an agent and highly respected part of that promotion and helped that promotion greatly with a lot of stuff. And now you dog one agent, you dog every agent. It's just the way it works. So nice that you did something for a friend, but now you're dogging the profession that the guy's in, and right. That's not cool. And not to mention, they want to do something special for Scott, which is commendable, but they don't show up to his funeral or his wake. 600 people showed up. I showed up there. I was there with 600 other people. Yep. But they didn't show up.
I had a representative from my radio
memorial show.
I had a representative of my radio show was at the wake as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I love Scott. Scott was, I've known Scott many years, and Scott helped. Scott and I collaborated on some stuff many years ago. I mean, we're the old time agents in here. Scott was doing it 40+ years. I'm close to 30 years in doing it. So I mean, it's in the business. He's over 40 years in the business. So we're the old time legends for our genre, for what we do.
Mm-hmm. So
I mean, it's they say that what happened. So I mean, it's it is what it is.
I mean, this is a topic it's kind of picking up steam as we go along. A couple days ago, Evan Ginsberg on his show Legends TV had Pitbull Gary Wolf and his agent Dino Biello. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm saying that right. And they kind of even got in discussions about, agents and what they do and where they stand with wrestlers and at shows. And, it just seems that it's a topic that's getting brought up a lot, and it's a topic that's kind of being dangled out there and very negative. And bottom line, people, it's your opinion, okay? And if you or anyone else were close to an agent, would your opinion would be different. So there has to be a reason why you're so negative. Is it a specific agent that you're being negative about, or are you just totally negative on the whole profession of being a sports agent? Because, not for nothing, we have enough unemployed people in the United States of America that some of these people just need to take a step back and think about what they're saying before they say it, before they open up a platform and come out and start bashing a profession. To me, it's just very unprofessional on their end, and it's very jaded because they're in the business and they're bashing a big portion inside of the business. And to me, I don't know. I don't understand it. One hand washes the other. Everybody's supposed to be taking care of each other, especially in independent wrestling. Each company should be helping the other one, and we all know that doesn't happen, especially in the state of New Jersey. And a lot of these complaints that you're hearing are specific to the state of New Jersey.
Yeah, there's a lot of infighting with the different promotions in New Jersey. I wish everybody got along and everybody respected each other, but it's, everybody has their own agendas, and everybody has their own little talents that they use. And listen, it's good for the wrestling fans because they have a lot of options, and they can go to the promotions they like, or they don't have to support the promotions they don't like. Mm-hmm. Just buyer beware. It's basically what it is.
Nah, I understand. We're coming in about we got about 2 minutes left in the show. Anything else you'd just like to close out?
Yeah, I got, the summer tour is heating up for ESS. Brodus Clay is coming in. The former Brodus Clay is coming in the July 18th weekend. So I got a bunch of autograph appearances in the New York and Pennsylvania area with him, along with a big show out in Pennsylvania. And I have Primetime coming in doing the same loop in August. Money, yeah. So, but in any case, so they're coming in, and with all the new talents being released, there's a bidding war going on for talent. Who's going to have the talent first in the area? It just so happens that I have an opportunity to have these talents in before other promotions do, and I guess that's where some bad blood is coming in, because I got an opportunity. I'm not out to attack. I'm not out to hurt any promotion, or they think I'm out to hurt them, but I don't. I don't care. I have a business opportunity. I took it.
No, I don't blame you.
So I got Brodus Clay and Primetime coming in. www.esspromotions.com is the website. No BS with ESS. And I just want to thank everybody for listening, and all the fans and everybody that's supporting me throughout the years. Without you guys, I couldn't do what I do without the support of the wrestlers, the promoters, the sponsors, and most importantly, the fans. So again, thank you very much, and I want to thank you, Kevin, for giving me a platform to come on here, because, thank you.
Absolutely. Anytime. Damage 365 Radio is a huge supporter of independent wrestling and every aspect of the business. So whether it's the promoter of the company, the agent, the wrestler himself, valets, announcers, whatever it is, we're here to help and better independent wrestling, because independent wrestling is the roots, folks. Without independent wrestling, you would not be watching WWE, you would not be watching TNA, and you would not be watching ROH, because without independent wrestling at this level, none of those guys would be on TV. So just remember that.
Finally, one of the last things is, as agents, all of us, or at least the reputable ones, we're not bad. We're good, and we're helpful to the business, and we just have some trust in us to do right by by you. So, just give us a chance. I've delivered through all my clients throughout the years, wrestling promoters and stuff. I've always done, through the ups and downs. I've always done, more good than bad. So, hopefully my track record is good enough for, keep me going for next, next couple of years. And, hopefully now I can bring the next generation of ESS to show. So my new one, when it comes at the end of the year, what Daddy does, So hopefully in a couple of years, when he can figure out, he or she can figure out what it is, we get to see the fruit of my loins,
Don't mean to cut you off, but we're gonna be kicked off the air in about 8 seconds. Folks, have a great 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
That's right. Stay healthy, everybody.